Hey ho, what do you know, ladies and gentlemen? We are here at the first annual the invasion group tourney here at the Alpha Anarchy community. We have two fantastic teams competing to win the ultimate prize. Several of them, 15 to be exact, will walk away with free tickets to Furality Luma. Or no, not Luma, that's Silva. The Silva this year, Furality Silva.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic game we got going on. I have never seen a single game of this played, but I am going to commentate my damnedest. And we are
that's
going
what
to...
I'm here for, because I'm going to be doing the play-by-play as you do the color commentary. And we're both going to be doing this.
I'm here with my good friend Nate the Moff, who is going to be doing the analytics, the numbers side of this entire commentary adventure. And we will cut between certain tasks that we have. We have the various cameras pointed at different areas of the map here. And Nathaniel, do you want to tell everybody what they're doing here? What exactly is what's going on with the game we're playing is?
Sure. So basically, it's going to have the similar idea and structure as Overwatch if you still play that whole of a game. Basically, it's going to be a control point map where two teams are going to be face one against the other. One is going to be attacking, trying to claim the control points, and the other is going to be trying to defend against that. Any team that is on it, if both teams are on it, it is going to contest the point. The timer will stop while that happens. In addition to that, players have a range of health, but they also have AC, letting them know that if you do have AC, it stops specific things like a knife insta-killing you or getting instantly headshot. But things around the map will allow you to be able to prevent that and miscellaneous things like that.
We have had several people in chat already ask if they could participate. Is that possible at all?
It is. In the Discord, in the announcements and the event channel, you will be sent to a waiting lobby. Right now, we are doing a 5v5 bracket, and after each one, we will set new people in and out, and that will be your chance to be able to join in.
Fantastic. And for sake of brevity, we're going to be referring to everybody in-game as their in-game names rather than any other handle that they are known by, just so you guys have a consistent view and lay of the land, just like we do here. These cameras are quite beautiful. Let me go ahead and switch between several of the different areas that we're going to be facing off against. We've got the dungeon here, red base, which is where I think the two teams that we are going to be watching go head-to-head are the Tatums versus the... What is
cool
it?
People.
The cool people.
I'm honestly
what
saying, I know that the Tatums may be ready for this, but the cool people already have it in their name. Like, they already have an advantage there.
For sure. For sure. It's going to be an amazing turnout today. A hot day here in VRCHAT. And it's going to be grand. Do we have are both teams ready to go? I kind of want to see a game of this played. 30 seconds.
30 seconds until we start. All right.
The air is electric here in the arena, and I can't wait to see how our two teams find... No, I'm accepting any friend requests right now. I'm not accepting any. I can't wait to see how our two teams gather. We got a cutaway quickly to the locker room there. Look at them as they prepare and they're ready to go. It's gonna be fantastic. Thank you for the raid, Freya VT. Can we get a shout out for Freya? Thank you so much for coming in and dropping your community on ours in this, our first annual VRCHAT community tourney in VRCHAT, sponsored by FURALITY SYLVA.
In addition to that, before we even get started, I heard from a few people that you're going to be showing up at Furality as one of the guests of honor.
I will be. Me and several other, I think a couple other voice actor friends of ours are going to be at Furality Silva. We're going to be doing panels. We're going to be doing Q&As. And you'll be able to see me walking around and interacting with me in just intimate ways. I can come up to you and touch you. And weird stuff
kind of.
in VR. Kind of,
virtually touch you. If you have Phantom Sense, you might be able to feel it.
I might be able to even hug you.
Like the game
and we're off!
Starting.
That was fast. Okay, that was longer than 30 seconds.
Starting off at the top, doing the top-down view, we can see all the players going into the respective spots, going to their respective control points, getting ready to defend and attack and claim those objectives right now.
Yes, exactly, Nathaniel. Keep in mind, these players have two objectives. They have to both defend their territory and assault, invade, the enemy territory and gather as much control of the map as humanly possible, or virtually possible.
Right now, going to the cavern right now, we already see some people going for the first control point. Limcat right now trying to hold the objective by having a minigun, which does a lot of spread damage.
Oh, okay.
But having to have it with two hands makes it so that it's not a very accurate weapon.
Okay, fantastic.
And with that, the control point is secured right now. Taking a top-down view right now, you can see where everyone's progression is right now. And right now, Limcat doing a great job keeping them at bay.
It is popping off in the cavern right now. There are so many unique weapons in this game mode as well. Can we assess a few of what our competitors are using right now?
Sure. Right now, Limcat does have a flamethrower, which does give them a debuff right now. That does add a stack on them. Right now, in addition to that, they do also have a shield, which is pretty self-explanatory. It shields you from damage, except for any melee damage.
Lava Lake is currently being capped by red team. Blue team needs to get there and have a few supporters. Oh, okay. We have halted. They have defenders currently en route. The shield and the great sword coming out from Limcat.
Yeah. And someone does have a staff of death or whatever the fuck it's called. Something like that.
Whoa, that's an item?
That's an item, yeah.
Beautiful name.
They have some pretty unique fucking names. Right now they have... Oh, they're getting about 75% done to getting that capture point. This danger right here is the lava will take your HP down dramatically and fast. So any of these things that will do any knockback damage is going to be strong there.
Limcat just let it go. It is palpable. I feel the tension in the air, Nathaniel.
They're getting pretty damn close, and we only have a little bit of time right now.
Lava Lake.
Blue team does have 3 right now, with red team still having 2 secured.
All right, let's check the top view and see where all the action is right now. Looks like it is calm on the battlefield up until we will see.
They're setting up right now, getting all the items that they want. As you guys know, as they respawn, they have to choose each item that they get as they can find it. Oh, but in the top corner, that blue room in the not the dungeon, the hall. You can see a lot of them getting a nice brawl in. Limcat getting a nice contest right now. It's 2 against 1 right now, and it's not looking good.
Combo is fantastic. The hall where 2 head-to-head, 2 teams meet at once.
Oh,
what is that like? What is that weird zigzaggy thing? POV of Limcat here, currently wielding what looks to be a sword and a rocket launcher. Strange combo, but it seems to be ridiculously effective.
Going over to some of our top people right now, Doomboy has about 241 points of damage right now, being one of the top people doing damage at the moment.
The hall looks to be in a very active firing zone here. Doesn't look like too many shots are finding purchase on anybody. It still remains anybody's game here in the hall where 2 teams meet. Their colors intertwine in a red and blue rug. That makes purple, Nathaniel. Did you know that?
That's one of the few things I did know, actually, believe it or not.
We also have some fantastic friends in chat. Truckchan and Spite are there to cheer on their selective teams. Truckchan, Spite, who are you rooting for today, huh?
Right now, on the red team, on Team Titan, we have Paul has Diamonds, Limcat, Safika Wu, Doomboy, and Crystal Light. And on the Team Cool, we got Cinderstorm, D-Ross, Kip Kingdom, Hero Corgi, and Cinnabon.
Juzo is also here, the man with the debut coming up soon. Fantastic.
Damn, people are hard focusing on that middle area. They are really focusing
on this hallway. Nathaniel,
I know.
Would you think it to be a prudent decision to kind of back off, or at least throw one person onto another point, just to kind of distract?
It would be right now. They're wasting a lot of time right now, and when they could be going around and making sure that they capitalize on the lack of attention on the other control points.
There is no progress
right now,
being made at any other point here. We're going to take a quick look at Lemcat because he seems to be the MVP right now.
Oh God. Oh, we need the point. We need the point.
Lemcat does have a flame staff right now, which is going to do a nice debuff and get that AoE and damage over time. Doesn't do a lot of damage,
Progress
but it's
has
very
halted.
effective. And as a reminder for anyone that doesn't know, if the two teams are on the same point, it will stop the counter for it, making sure that they cannot claim that objective.
Yeah, the fighting is fierce here today in the hallway.
Let's take a quick look at the top view to make sure where all the other teams are right now. They are hard focusing on the hall when there are plenty of other
everybody's
places
going.
that they could be going to.
There are certain areas, office is completely untouched. Blue base, nobody's in the base, and the hall is slowly being capped by red team. They have not lost a single inch of ground, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between.
On the blue team right now, we have D-Ross that has 408 damage that he's done over time. Let's look at his favorite weapon. Pretty fucking huge.
Oh, we are almost at 3/4 in this hallway. They are not backing down at all. With this, they will gain the
final fights.
Points captured.
With only a sliver left, this is the last fight,
ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God!
It's not looking good for the blue team right now.
It's looking good for blue team right now. I don't know if you're going to be able to compete with Paul has diamonds. The 624 damage throughout the match so far. Absolute insanity. Over double what anybody else has.
And with a lot of AoE there right now, lacking precision, but having a huge amount of AoE, that's going to get really close to that percentage that they need. And with that, they have secured that point.
Caps the hallway point. Now maybe they can focus their tiny pea brains on another part of the map.
Going to the top-down view right now, let's see where they need to go next.
Looks like they are.
It is the office right now that they have to go to next. That is the next one that has unlocked for everyone right now.
Yes, okay. It seems as though the office is going to be our next point of contingency.
Let's see.
Our players are in motion. They seem to have focused. It looks like the office is totally going to be our next arena here. It seems there's two levels. There's some verticality to this one, Nathaniel. How do you think that plays into the game itself?
It's going to make, obviously, with any game like this, having verticality and having the high ground is going to give you advantage, especially since we've seen that all these guys tend to like having AoE right now. Lemcat easily defeated right now from that high view.
Yeah, Lemcat's riot shield
is doing a great
useless.
job. Hero Corgi has an interesting ability with their weapon. They have a nice shield that when thrown, if they throw their shield, if they want to give away that protection, it does give them a 2-second stun on whoever they do that with, which gives them a nice follow-up for them or their team.
Valuable time for a headshot, a point cap, what have you. Now, what are these green vials on the in play currently, Nathaniel? Are those what I believe to be health?
That is going to be health points for them. It does give them about 4 HP back, which is almost about half their HP. In addition to that, they're scattered around the map. There are some shields around there, which is going to improve their armor class, which can prevent some special things like getting instantly killed from a knife or miscellaneous things that can prevent a little bit of extra damage.
Like maybe a dip in a lava pool. Oh, it looks like the red team is about halfway, 3/4. Oh, they got halfway uncontested. That's going to be brutal to take back.
Taking a look at Paul right now,
Inches up.
Getting set up. He's getting set up. Got a nice flame rod. These guys are focusing on, instead of doing two-handed, they're trying to get two weapons, one in each hand, which means that they're going to have a little bit less accuracy, but they're going to have a lot more utility.
Glass cannon build. Yes, it's very, very common, it seems. With four points capped, the game may go to the red team. Blue team needs to step it up. I feel as though going to a second point is probably a good option here. Splitting your manpower a little bit might be prudent, but hey, I'm not the one on the field, right?
Hey, from what I'm seeing right now, I think it's the each control point is locked until one is captured, and then the next one opens up.
It seems okay. So the next one that is open
Which would
is
explain a
currently
couple of things
blue
of their
base.
strategy thus far.
Red team has to take it all the way to the base in order to succeed. On this, our VRCHAT community tourney invasion sponsored by FURALITY SYLVA. Keep in mind, the winners will get a free ticket to FURALITY SYLVA, an online furry convention that is the most popular furry convention on the planet.
And rumor is that, first of all, Jonah and many other people are going to be there. It is full of mini events throughout the entirety of the convention. In addition to that, we also have some really cool things. Obviously, about 5 or 6 passes will be given to the winners. But in addition to that, we will be in between brackets giving them to you guys so that you guys have a chance to meet Jonah and many other fantastic people at this furry convention.
That's right. You, the little people in chat, also get a chance to win one of these fantastic tickets. It doesn't look like Red Team has pushed too far into the Blue Team's base. They do respawn not too far from here. Oh, I stand corrected. They're getting an eighth, a fifth, a quarter of the Blue Team's base. They're just handing it over, Nathaniel.
They are. People in here need to make sure they take advantage of the HP and armor that is in there, knowing that it only takes about half a second to claim that. Right now, Cinderstorm has a very, very powerful weapon, and Limcat as well, stealing his hammer, which does about 8.
Greatsword.
Oh, doing massive damage.
Limcat,
taking the
MVP.
point by himself.
And he is tossed out. Coming in with that wand, spraying that red goo everywhere. Nice and sparkly. Oh, halfway through to the blue base. Come on, guys.
It's not looking
step it
good
up.
for him. Right now, they are contesting the point, but it's not going to last for much longer.
It is.
They are clearing it. Hero Corgi sweeping his hammer like it's just dust to him.
It is not just a test of skill. It is a test of sportsmanship, of teamwork, of just sheer force of fucking will here on this, our VRCHAT community tourney, sponsored by FURALITY SYLVA.
And in addition to that, Paul, being the MVP for the red team, has over 1,000 damage. And with his
Absolutely
minigun,
inhuman amount of damage.
one could say that these furries are not human, so it does make sense. When
One
that
could,
checks
but
out.
I'm not going to because that's a little weird. Okay, it seems the blue team is kind of retaken their base. This is going to be supposed to be the hardest point to cap. And
with
it is
only
proving
10
to be.
seconds left, it's not looking good for him right now.
It is not. Red team has come this far only to fumble at the 1-yard line.
And blue team does have that,
And the
that
game.
verticality.
And the game is set.
There we go. Blue team making sure they have kept that final objective.
Fantastic.
With only 19.7% remaining.
Defended
Good job.
the very end. Absolutely insane job, you guys.
Thrilling. Absolutely. Look at fucking 1,000 damage for Paul. D-Ross having 756 and
let's take a
Cinnabon
look at these
closely
scoreboards here.
behind with 739 damage.
Valuable players to be sure, Nathaniel. I can't wait
What
to
were
see
your
what we
initial
got next.
thoughts on the first round of that play?
First round, gathering my information, making sure that I have a good lay of the land and understanding exactly what is going on. It seems as though some of these weapons are incredibly powerful in the right hands. It is a combination of both the weapon you wield and the skill with which you wield it that puts you out on top. We've had some people have success with that riot shield. Some people have success with that wand. It's really up in the air as to whose hands that is in.
Exactly. And speaking of hands, one of the few things that they do have advantage with is desktop mode people have a little bit of a nerf and pros and cons for the way that they play as well, because obviously in VR you have 2 hands that you can play with, so you do have the option to have 2 things, but desktop mode players have a damage multiplier of 1.2. And their weapon durability is increased, so it gives them a little bit of an edge in some cases, especially with any shooting weapons. But in addition to that, VR players have the versatility and the power to use both hands, and specifically melee weapons are incredibly strong in VR.
Great notes, Nathaniel. We are opening up our next match here. It is, again, a red versus blue fight to the death in capping these points. We have 4 points available, and let's see exactly where the first pop-off is going to be. We're following our players. There has yet to be a clash. We're waiting. It seems somebody's picking up that riot shield as well. Those swords and pikes. People are learning the abilities, and it looks like we are going to be in the office yet again. Once more in the office, the land of verticality. I think they're learning from their mistakes last time. You're seeing people are bringing a diverse array of weapons, which is going to catch up and make up for a lot of their shortcomings last time. Blue taking the advantage here.
Damn. One thing that I have noticed is a lot of people are trying to hold multiple weapons, but if you hold one weapon with 2 hands, it does give you an advantage. Like Hero Corgi, only using that gigantic hammer with 1 hand has completely halved his damage from what could be 8 points of damage to about 2 or 3.
Yeah. Two-handing it is definitely more beneficial for everyone involved. This is insane. The first cap is immediately going to blue team. They are steamrolling.
That teamwork is nutty right now.
Steamrolling, working together, both people using fantastic. Office is capped. Moving on. Easy next, says Blue Chat. Easy next. We move on to the next point. It seems as though the teamwork is making the dream work. They are organizing, getting together, and using their strategy and know-how of the weapons to cover each other's weaknesses, and that's something that's definitely making short work of a lot of these points. We're gonna go to the hall and see exactly what's going on. It seems we got a couple of defenders on red base, or not red base, on hall here, waiting for the clashes, waiting for the people to roll in with their weapons, waiting for them to make their choices, very, very important choices going into each different arena.
One thing that I've not seen people use, except for the blue team so far, is that having that high ground, especially in this area, that provides some excellent cover, natural cover, that they don't have to worry about, and especially since red team likes to have that AoE damage, it can be very, very useful for a flank or making sure that they claim some valuable space right now.
Yeah, just hiding behind a wall or something reduces damage multiplicatively, especially if you have that VR advantage. You're able to peek around corners, etc. But people on desktop, if you're an FPS shooter, it seems as though the projectile weapons might be a better choice for you.
Mm-hmm. Going over to the lava area, it's heating up over there. Blue team is already starting to capture about 78% of that objective.
The strategy of splitting the difference is making the difference.
With only a sliver left to that, it's not looking good for the red team.
Of red defenders on this lava room, and it is capped.
Immediately, instantly getting that, and in addition to that, in the hall, completely unaware of anything that's happening over there, Kip Kingdom is claiming a shit ton of points right now.
Absolutely fumbling the ball here. Lacking defenders, they're splitting up, blue team is, making sure to make Red's day a living hell. Oh my god, what do you do? How do you compete with that? No gun can counteract that.
Kip is in his natural habitat, being inside the kingdom area right now, inside the halls of that area. He is claiming his rightful spot there.
Incredible.
Taking a look at
Cavern is
taking
next.
a look at Sapphic right now, we see that they have a nice spear, which is great mostly for the distance. That it can be thrown for about 5 to 6 points of damage, but when held in hand, it's not as effective, but it does give that nice range that they probably want.
Red team is just giving the Cavern away. I can't believe what I am seeing. Okay, looks like they've kind of gotten their sense of they've came together, they spoke with each other, and they're saying, all right, we need to step it up. And that's exactly what they're doing, putting defenders on the points that matter at this point, okay? There are 2 points left. Consolidate your defenses and make sure you're covering for each other's weaknesses.
Speaking of which, Limcat accidentally blows himself up with a fish that explodes if you drop it.
Fucking
Joel
mental.
taking advantage of the situation without them even
realizing it. And the point is Captain Cavern by Blue. Insanity. I think we're going to come with a course record here. It doesn't look like we're peaking damage numbers as much as we were. Oh, it is not capped yet. They are standing on a sliver of it. I don't know. Can they pull this out?
They are barely holding on with the skin of their teeth.
We got the Riot Shield sword combo. Fantastic for defending an area. Can they pull this off? I am sweating.
They are.
Okay, there
and
it
they have
is.
finally
And
captured
taken.
it.
I guess if you throw enough bodies at it, eventually it will become yours. That's what she said. Moving on to point A, the red base itself. They begin their assault. A different angle here. We got some walls that we can possibly shoot weapons over, throw projectiles over. That fish came in clutch, or should I say, not, as Lemcat blew themselves up with it.
Kind of
Let's see
blew up
who's
in their
the
own
first.
face with that one.
Yeah, let's see who will first assault the red base. We got our defenders in play. That's fantastic. The spawn is right there. They have that spawn team advantage, the spawn advantage. Now
Right
they're
now-
putting hammering the entrances with AoE. Absolutely good idea.
Right now, the defenders need to utilize that high ground. There's not only just the high ground, but it also has some natural cover with the walls around it. Which,
Yeah.
if they're smart, they could use a lot of AoE. The
Kind
battle
of
is
poke
starting
around
to
the
heat up.
corners.
They're focusing a lot more on not precision, but making sure that they claim as much visual space with as much effects as possible.
That's actually kind of smart. Eventually, you're just going to have to break in. There is a point in time when the clock ticks down that you're going to have to fish or cut bait. You're going to have to get in there and stop with the pressure and start with the punch.
Exactly. And right now, they don't have the advantage that they did before of being able to split their attention. It is all in one place. And with those gates, they don't have as many options to go around or find different ways to infiltrate as they have with previous areas.
But one thing I am seeing is Red Team is definitely taking advantage of the spawn essentials that is being brought them. The armor, the health kits, everything. They are making good use of all of the consumables in play.
They are. And with high ground being utilized right now, it's not looking too good right now.
You got to get on point. You got to get on point. Regardless of how much range you have or how much power you have at range, you have to touch the point eventually. That seems to be a fatal flaw here. They're getting, a blue team is getting and taking ground slowly, just in chunks. And you know what? As slow as that is, it does work. And they do have 3 minutes because red team neglected to defend a few of their points early on.
Yeah. It's not looking too good for them right now. They are finally starting to find some strategies of circling around them and splitting their attention in multiple directions. The defense playing a pretty good job this time, but it's not looking too good right now, as they're going to start claiming that objective point right now. Hero Corgi immediately on the point with them.
That's
it's not looking good. Not many
50%.
people
We hit a
are there to
50%.
contest it.
Things are definitely heating up and sparks are flying. Blue team is totally on point. Absolutely on point. There is nobody else defending.
And that
Lemcat coming
shield
in
being
clutch.
thrown is that shield being thrown is stunning them, and actually they are following up on the damage, which is a first for this time.
Yeah, utilizing tactics and going for broke with everything they got. The clock is ticking down. We are 2/3 of the way there. Can they defend this? I don't think it does not look likely. I'm not one to make too many predictions. It does not look likely. They have 2 minutes left. I have seen crazier things happen in the world of gaming, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Hip Kingdom has
Three-quarters of the way
been
there.
incredibly aggressive right now, just
Cinderstorm
jumping
coming out with
straight
Dan.
in.
Absolutely DPSing everybody from 100 to 0 in seconds. 554 damage this game so far from Cinderstorm. Nutty numbers for such a short game. Red team, no defense, just pure offense coming in, trying to get everybody down in the short amount of time that they have alive, in combination with the amount of DPS that's coming out from the blue team as well. I don't think
with
this
only
is
a sliver left. It's not
sliver
looking very
left.
good for
Can
them
they
right now.
do it? Does not
And
look
that's
like
gonna
it.
cap it almost.
Oh,
There
it is.
we
Okay.
go.
And that one goes for the blue team. Fantastic defense, a valiant effort from red, but it was none too much. Unfortunately, we got the blue team on top.
Nice job, cool team, living up to their
And look
name.
at them go. Look at them go. They're having
Immediately
a great
knowing
time
how to
out there.
claim that space. That was incredible.
Yeah, knowing how to split everybody up, capping one and then immediately capping the other. Fantastic strategy, and we saw how well they managed to put their heads together after the last game.
Yeah, and using some nice strategy of using those weapons, they are finally starting to get a feel for what the weapons, what they do, the knockback, etc., and starting to actually come up with strategies instead of just going in hog wild with anything they see.
Learning the mechanics
which
is
pretty
key
useful.
to this. All right. So our contestants are regrouping. We're shuffling teams, I think. We may be getting some new people in. It seems we have a vacancy on the red team. That's how we're going to be cycling people out, I believe. If you would, you in chat, you looking at you. If you want to play, get into the Discord in the announcements channel. Do you want to tell them a little bit more about how they can join us?
Sure. If you want to join, you can go into the Discord right now, which is discord.gg/alphaanarchy. In the announcements and event channel, there is going to be a link to a waiting room. When you join in there, when you click that link, it's going to invite you to that world, and Lauren, one of our moderators and event staff, is going to start inviting and ushering you into this, and you'll be able to watch the stream from that area as well. But
Nathaniel,
I think right now it's about time that we do our first giveaway to the Twitch chat. What do you think?
As a matter of fact, I do think that this entire stream has been sponsored with the loving furry embrace of FURALITY SYLVA, the world's largest furry convention held entirely in virtual reality. Yeah, you heard me. And it just works with wonderful minds like Sky and some people from our community, as well as everybody abroad, put their heads together and mechanically, and the geniuses come up with this idea. I will be there. You can come and meet me, say hi to me. I will be hosting a few panels as well. There are some fantastic artists. There's amazing model artists, I would imagine. There's a whole, just like a normal convention, there is an art portion. There is a portion where you can interact with industry people, and there are panels. It's fantastic, and it actually is kind of a little bit easier to do than a convention because of having it be in a virtual space. You don't have to worry about travel. You don't have to worry about a hotel. And at this point, you won't have to worry about tickets if you do win our first giveaway. Let's go ahead and get that. Let's get that taken care of.
Yeah. What should the word of choice be for those that are interested? Make sure that you enter the word that we say. If you don't think that you want, first of all, let me first off say that VRCHAT, and especially FURALITY, you do not need VR. It is obviously better in VR, but you do not need VR to do that.
Just like me today, I'm on my desktop. And it works. It just works.
If you want to join, if you know that you're not going to be there, obviously don't enter the word. But if you think, and if you're curious, or you want to give it to a friend, enter the following word, which Jonah /Alpha will say now.
Okay, in the following word, the word to win a ticket for this giveaway is howl. Type the word howl, HAWL, in chat.
All right. The names are starting to already pop in. The keyword is ready. So as you guys type that out, we will roll it in about 30 seconds. But while we wait for that, what were your initial thoughts on the first competitors in the bracket?
I think that this game is absolutely competitive. I think that you can totally tell that each team is slowly learning more about the other. If we are shuffling players, that's another variable that we're going to have to throw in there. There are some newcomers that could be absolutely cracked at this. Once they find the right weapon, once they find the right strategy, defending, being aggressive and attacking, you have to decide how to pick your battles. And I feel like that's what we are slowly learning. The third match is going to be a bit saucy, I have a feeling. It's going to get a little intense.
Yeah, because they actually get the opportunity, unlike these players, they actually got to see everything and start to strategize based off of that. Which these players didn't have that opportunity.
Yeah, they have that big macro view of the entire thing, much like us when we press this particular button. They're able to see exactly what's going on pretty much everywhere.
All right, are we ready to do the first roll?
Yeah, let's see. We had like 12 people say it. Let's go.
Ease your chances. It's Surfing Slow Bro. You get the first one. I will be messaging you after this and giving you that FURALITY ticket.
Let's go, Surfing Slow Bro. Congratulations, man. You won a ticket to FURALITY SYLVA, the world's largest online furry convention.
Oh, yeah. While we wait for all this stuff, there's some cool weapons and abilities that people are not that people probably don't even know what they do. So I'm going to give you guys a very, very quick understanding of some of the things that they can do while we wait for them to set up.
Oh, I didn't tweet. We didn't tweet. Chat, let's make a tweet.
Let's make a tweet.
Let's make a tweet, chat. I gotta download our meme. We gotta if you've come to an Alpha Anakin stream before, you realize we are making tweets together, and when we start to go live, we go to our Discord, and in a small little text chat called Community Edits, we grab a meme from the community. You too can make the meme that we tweet. If you get into our Discord, !Discord will get you into the Discord. Whoa, Vexoria is here. Hello, Vexoria, the Sun Eater, friend of the show and friend of my heart, Vexoria. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for the 5 gift subs. Gift subs to Darth World 5000, Prince Allison, Annie Pants, K Striker, and Squirrely Ellie. Thank you kindly. Hello, we are doing shoutcasting for our VRCHAT community tourney. We are playing Invasion right now, which is an Overwatch style capture the point. There are various weapons. It's a red versus blue scenario. It's pretty straightforward if you played video games in the last 10 years. But we are going to make a tweet here. We got to go to the Community Edits channel, and let's see exactly what we can get here. What do we got? Let's find some funny memes, chat. Let me download one. Hold on, wait. I already, it automatically compresses everything that I've seen. Okay. Oh yeah, that's funny. That's a good one. Okay. We're gonna make a tweet, chat. You doing all right? That's good to hear. That's good to hear, Vex. Thank you for coming. Where is it? Where the fuck is this? Where's the Community Edits channel?
It should be there.
Yes, it should. Maybe I'm not just scrolling for it's under Twitch. Okay, all right.
There we go.
Why not? I don't see this. How many people are we still waiting on people to come in?
We have 4 out of 10 right now, so we're still waiting on a couple people to pop in right now. While we're waiting for that, I'm going to give people a little bit of an understanding of what some of these weapons do for those that aren't aware. Because some of these things can do some pretty interesting things that they may not be aware of. Obviously, the typical sword has a pretty average and balanced weapon. The spear, what it lacks in damage, it makes up for not only in range, but also knockback, especially when thrown. All of these weapons can be thrown and does a significant amount of damage depending on which weapon they do, specifically the boomerang, spear, etc., having stronger knockback. Katana, for example, does double the damage if the enemy has no armor, which makes it very strong, but the durability is incredibly low, making it a glass cannon type of weapon.
Thank you so much for that wrap up there. How many? Who are we waiting on? What are the teams looking like here?
Right now we have 4 people set up. I think people are popping into the world, but are just getting assigned to the respective teams.
Excellent. All right, we're making a tweet, chat. What do you want? Throw out some weird shit.
Glass this cannon pants grab. I see you. Stop that.
Oh wow, you can use it as a pointer. That's rad. Glass cannon this pants grab. That's the tweet. Yeah. That's it.
Something I haven't really seen that much so far is any of like the normal typical weapons like the assault rifle, the typical shooter weapons. Everything so far has been mostly like melee weapons or AoE damage, showcasing that most of these guys either don't play FPS games or they shouldn't be.
Hey, he said it, not me, chat.
Hey, on the color commentary, I'm supposed to say something bad at least one time.
Nate just said you're bad at FPS games here on this VRCHAT community tourney.
Sponsored by I don't even play Overwatch anymore, so I'm allowed to say some bad things about FPS games now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. FURALITY SYLVA.
And believe it or not, my mental health has skyrocketed since then.
Absolutely, I believe that. Am I a bad person for being bad at Overwatch? Yes, you are. Am I morally corrupt for playing Valorant? Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
All right.
It's amazing what having your ego attached to your win rate will do to your mental health.
The entirety of me as a streamer depends on whether or not I'm good at FPS games. How do you play video games? We just don't know. We're the ones who talk about them. We don't have to click the buttons.
We just talk about them. We don't play them anymore. We don't
just
have the
talk
time
shit
for
about
that.
people. I'm actually, like, these targets moving around. There are multiple game modes in this map, by the way. We are playing one of what I believe to be 7 game modes. There's King of the Hill, Capture the Flag, Invasion, which is what we're playing right now, similar to Overwatch CP capture points, and several others. The name of this world itself is Tonbo Battlefield 2.
Yeah.
Tonbo
And this is not the
Battlefield
first
2?
world that they've done, obviously, because it has a 2 on the name.
Yeah, there's a
but
sequel.
there are a lot of variations of this world that are pretty well made, honestly. Like I've been very impressed with the depth of this world.
Yeah, and I'm impressed at the what they've managed to do with such a small, basic concept here. And we're gonna have 2 teams facing off here in just a second. We have 3v2 right now. We're trying to get some more people in. It's a 5v5 is what we're trying to get going. Oh my God, L is here. Why do you guys come to my most compromising positions? I am Lego Beastar here in VRCHAT. Oh man, just wait till you see my 3D model. It's good. I had it on earlier. It's really good, I promise. Super cool.
It looks fucking amazing. That way you don't have to be Legacy Beastar all the time. It's been an amazing staple of your VR career, but
Hey,
it's
chat.
great to see you in new things too.
Yeah, I'm very
I can't
excited.
wait to see that for the re-debut.
If I back up fast enough, my tail looks like a wiener. Yeah, it'll look really cool. We got a bunch of people working on it, and it's going to be great. It's a lower poly model. It basically looks like Alpha as a PS1 character. It's beautiful.
Are there any
I always
immediate
come.
things that you are? Are there any immediate games with that model that you're thinking about playing?
As a matter of fact, this was supposed to be a little bit of a surprise, but I can tell you guys, we're able.
Keep it secret. Keep it secret.
Okay,
Zolan.
okay, never mind. Okay, no, I'm not gonna do that. No, you can't say that.
Don't worry, Zolan. Don't worry.
Zolan, it's fine. I'm safe. I have people here. I have my people here to pull my collar. It's okay. I'm safe.
Do it.
But yes, there are several games that I would want to play. There are probably some retro games. Some of the Resident Evil would be neat to play. The old Resident Evil. He can hear you. Oh shit. Hi Zolan. I'm a good boy. I promise.
Hey, Zolan.
We are slowly trickling everybody in here. We still only have 3v2.
How about in the interim we do one more giveaway while we wait for everyone to set up?
Sure. That sounds like a plan. We have 15 tickets to give away, and this is going to be our second ticket that we are going to give away to FURALITY SYLVA, sponsoring this event. FURALITY SYLVA is the world's largest furry convention, held entirely in VR. And guess what? You don't have to have VR to participate. As you can see, I am doing desktop mode with a mouse and keyboard, and you can still use this as a kind of, actually, I don't want to say the word metaverse. Oh, never mind. I just did. You can use this as a kind of a metaverse and interact with a lot of your friends and family. VRCHAT is a fantastic medium to do that, and why not put on a convention? There's a lot of benefits to having a convention online. You don't have to fly anywhere. You don't have to pay for hotels. You don't have to pay for, food unless you want to, have pizza delivered to your house or something. And you can interact with some of your favorite people, myself included. If I'm one of your favorite people, I'm going to be at FURALITY SYLVA. It is next weekend, as a matter of fact. Yeah, the weekend
June
after this.
2nd to 4th.
June 2nd to 4th. You don't have to touch grass. No, you can do it entirely in VR. I touched grass yesterday and it was gross. I almost got sick. You don't touch grass here. We don't touch grass. Anyway, we're going to give away a ticket to FURALITY. FURALITY here in just a second. We need a code word. We need a special word that I say that you will type in chat. And one of the people that says that word will get the tickets. And we need to figure out, let's see. We got furries here. There's a special word in the furry community that we like
There's
to
many
use.
special words in the furry community.
Word in the furry community that we like to use a lot. There's a lot of them, and one of them is fursuit. If they say fursuit in chat. You thought I was gonna say vor or something, right? Yeah, no.
You never know with the furry community. I've been a part of it
or
for
not,
many years.
or
and not
yif
even
or
I
something.
know.
The word is
All right,
fursuit.
it is ready for you guys to start typing that word
Type
in,
the word
and we will
fursuit.
raffle it pretty soon.
Type the word fursuit, and you too can win tickets to FURALITY SYLVA 2023, the sponsor of today's VRCHAT Community Invasion Tourney. FURALITY SYLVA, :space, I don't want to touch grass.
Another thing about Ferality is this theme is going to be very high up in the sky. If you guys like anything Breath of the Wild inspired, it gives off a lot of similar vibes to that, with canopies in the trees and
That's a very good
miscellaneous
thing.
things like that, and a full 24-hour day-night cycle. It's beautiful from what I've heard.
And that's another thing, too. You don't have to worry about venues shutting down. You don't have to worry about areas being closed off or restricted. You get what you get access to. And it's pretty much the entire convention. There will be
24 hours, too. So
Yeah,
even despite
24-hour
your time
convention.
zones, you can vibe with people.
Yeah, exactly. No matter who you are or where you're from, you will find some friends at this convention. I can guarantee it. There's a very subtle thing about virtual reality, especially the communal aspect of it, is if you exist, people want to interact with you. You're just there, and people want to come up and say hi to you. It doesn't matter how you look. It doesn't matter what you smell like, and it doesn't matter what you look like. You can decide how that is presented to anybody in VR, and you can interact with a community that you may have never interacted before. You may not you don't have to be a furry to go to the furry convention. You can newsflash, 80% of the people in VRChat are furries, regardless of whether or not they display that or not. It's just a thing. So there's no stigma. I know a lot of people here are probably just like, furry convention, I don't really want to go to a furry convention. Well, there's a lot of artists there, artists that do like commissions and things like that. So if you're looking to get art made, if you're looking to get a model made, if you're looking to, have something done in VR, a lot of people are going to be here hawking their wares for you, and they want to interact with you. Like I said, there's just something infectious about VR that causes people to walk up to you and say hi. So, immerse yourself in that. And I feel like if you haven't done that yet, take the plunge, get in here. Again, you don't need VR to do this. Did we select a winner yet?
We are ready to do that now. Gonna roll
Let's see.
that in 3, 2, 1. The winner is Time Waster.
Time
Congratulations.
Waster.
I'm going to be giving you. First of all, make sure that your DMs are open on Twitch so that I can give you this after the stream.
Nathaniel, you may know this. We have to go. Okay, cool. We are going to slowly start to move over to another instance. We have a little bit of a bug happening, and we're going to drop a portal, get everyone reset, and gives you guys some time to go get some water, get a popcorn made, something like that. You'll have about 2 or 3 minutes. Go slap a Factor meal, not sponsored, into the microwave or something. Take care of yourselves. Get up, stretch. Or get in VR. You're going to be able to participate in here. Get into our Discord, and you will find further instructions in there.
Yeah. All right. I think World Instance ready.
All right, we're
and
back.
We're back.
About damn time. Am I right, Nathaniel?
I know, right? I am ready to see what these two new teams are going to be doing, what their strategy is going to be for this new set of games.
We have two brand new teams. We may have some crossover. I'm not entirely sure. The rosters have yet to be completely updated, but we have some people who were watching. We're watching the game being played, and it is going to be played right about now. As a matter of fact,
a couple of familiar faces too, like Cupid and a few other people.
Yeah, okay. Maybe some people even from chat. This is gonna be a heated match. We have a few people rolling out in. Looks like the first battlefield is going to be Hall. Got a couple of blue peeps on that. I don't know if that's where red has decided to go. You make the fatal decision of going to the wrong point. Okay, blue is beginning to spread out a little bit. Checking out that macro top view. We're gonna have our first clash. It seems in Cavern. It looks like.
It's
yeah, there
like
it is. It's a Cavern. Red is capping. We don't have anybody on blue. That is red favorable side. We should probably get somebody on blue. Let's see. We got a contest. That Riot Shield ain't gonna do too much if they're blinding. Slowly, Riot Shield one
nice
combo.
Shields and some pretty strong weapons right now.
Riot Shield one combo is very saucy.
Advantage.
Yeah, the number advantage is huge here, especially when you have a couple people who are dual wielding. Red is starting to back off, it seems.
Someone is taking the high ground,
They
but
are
jumping
contesting.
off it to contest it with a minigun,
that
which
high
does
ground
a
up
lot
there-
of damage right now.
That high ground up there with a potion to boot. I don't see why anybody else is not just camping that constantly.
Honestly,
You do
yeah.
need to have somebody on point though in order to contest, and it looks like they're not going to continue capping. Is there a fight elsewhere? It seems. No, Cavern looks to be where the most clashing is happening. So happening. Let's go back to it. We got a Riot Shield coming out. We got the Pike up top. Pike Death Wand combo. Very strange. It looks like these players are currently assessing the field. They're getting used to all of the items and weapons. There it is. Okay, so red is. Yep. No contesting. They're standing back and trying to get poked.
It's looking like a lot of people are not using the idea of using two-handed weapons with two hands,
Yeah.
but instead dual-wielding different types of weapons right now, which
Heavily cuts your DPS.
It heavily cuts your DPS, but it does give you a lot more utility. But I think right now they're trying to figure out the way that all these things work as far as what these weapons do, what their utility is, etc.
We got a red cap on Caverns. Let's see where everybody is going to pivot to. Looks like there's some activity happening in lava. The Caverns is a lost cause. People just need to abandon that. Blue team starting to defend up and stack up on the lava lake. Let's see what sauce gets poured on this wonderful, wonderful cake. What was that? I don't know. I'm mixing metaphors.
Right now, they have the option of using some nice knockback to knock them into that lava right now,
That's
which
a
is going to do a
fantastic
lot
idea.
of extra damage.
An incredible strat. If they can wrap their tiny brains around it, that seems to be the issue here. It is very, very difficult to understand all of the weapons and what they do. Not only that, but we're seeing people who are just straight up walking into the lava, which doesn't seem to be a very pro strat.
No, it doesn't seem like a very, very, very good strat right now, but they do have some nice weapons like that gigantic sword and hammer that do massive knockback damage to sweep people off that point and clear it up for themselves if
Red
wanted.
is using ranged weapons, which is probably not a very good idea when both people on point are sword and shielding. You need to close that gap.
Right now.
You really need to close that gap. Blue is just giving it away. Blue's just giving this point away. This is one of the hardest points to cap, in my opinion. Lobbing those grenades from a distance, but it doesn't matter if...
Right now, staring at
Easy
Mello
cap,
right
here
now
it
as
is,
they
easy
close
cap.
into the point, easily getting this stuff and clearing
Or
up to
just
the
walk-
next point. There are
fine.
2 points being objected,
Yeah, there are
2
2
points being
points being
captured right
trapped.
now at the same time.
Lava Lake and Hall. Hall is uncontested. Absolute
Getting
insanity.
easily 50% by themselves
This is
right now.
ridiculous. This is
They're doing the same strategy as before, making sure that they split their attention and their resources to one point or the other.
Capping this
Finally, they're
point
starting to
for-
come into the hall, but it's not going to be enough
Not
for them
enough.
as
They're
they claim
splitting
the
everybody
first
out for
one.
Lava Lake too. Looks like Lava Lake is going to be the hardest one to take. The first. Oh, we haven't quite capped hall yet. There is contesting. We haven't. Okay, it seems to be there's a standoff here. Blue has gained control of C. I don't know if is there a way to back cap that? Yes, there is. It looks like if you stay on long enough,
they're starting to reclaim that
we'll
point.
reclaim. Okay, this is going to be tough. This is going to be a buzzer beater between these two points here. It does look like red has just the skill advantage here, but blue is coming out with raw firepower. Up Lava Lake. They've left that
They're about to
undefended.
claim
Yep,
2
there it is.
points
Lava Lake.
almost at the same time.
And Hall is slowly getting attritioned down. It is taking tiny little chunks. Death of 1,000 cuts here. Okay, Blue's got it back. They've kind of they've pulled the reins on this. They're putting the blinders on their team. They're saying, "All right, guys, let's get together. Let's focus. Let's work as a team to actually prevent these guys from getting to the points in the first place."
Astral is playing it pretty smart, playing it from the high ground, but they
Okay.
do have a weapon that is very, very short range with that sprinkler that they have. It's very, very good at claiming a small distance. Not going to do, it's just fire. It's 4th of
You
July
got a
in
shield.
there right
We
now.
have a shield. Why are we not just pushing in? It's the matchup of the weapons that's really the issue here. If you have the wrong weapon for the fight that you're walking into, you're pretty much screwed. So you got to rely on your teammates for cover, support, and firepower.
Yeah, bringing some fireworks to a gunfight, not the best idea. Unless it's
showing
a
up with
close
a
space,
sparkler.
of course.
Yeah. Showing up with a sparkler, and your homie has a giant sword. So what are you going to do? I'm not sure. You're definitely going to lose
Looking
this
at
point.
the-
I don't know. Blue is making a good fight, a solid fight of this. Blue is standing this out. It was almost capped 3 times, and they have regained
Yeah.
control 3 times.
They're claiming that space and making sure that they have all points covered. Not anyone taking any high ground right now, but most of their weapons are close range, so it's not going to do them much good in this scenario.
We have passed the 3-minute mark, which our last game was that was the final push there. So this is gonna be an intense match. They have 3 minutes to cap 3 points. Red does. They're getting it back. They're getting it back. Blue has got their head on straight though. Now they've learned from their mistakes. Coming out slowly. This seems to be a little bit of a stalemate here. We haven't had too much ground gained in the last 30 seconds.
Looking at Phosphera right now, they are respawning right. Never mind, they're instantly dead. But claiming back into it, they're trying to get into the main objective right now. There is just a spray of all sorts of particle effects right now.
Yeah, they're just covering
instantly
the
dead.
entire point, trying to make sure that no, you can't stand on this. This is ours. But it's looking like that's starting to fail. Yeah, the AoE is just too spread thin. Not enough damage.
It's very small damage, but right now, if they could find some nice, heavy two-handed weapons right now,
Yeah,
especially like a hammer or Joel,
Big
which you
meating
can throw
sword.
into the middle of that objective, clear it completely, that would give them a huge advantage right now.
A lot of people opting for the sword and shield combo. Seems to be pretty strong. But there's just so much stuff. There's so much chip damage being thrown out right now that people are starting to slowly die from AoE, which is not on both sides, as a matter of fact. Again, another war of attrition. Things just aren't working the way that Blue wants them to.
Yeah, it's looking like they're focusing mostly on AoE areas, making sure that, especially right now, with those pillars, it does give them a little bit of protection against
the
all
pillars
that
are
stuff
really
right now.
screwing stuff up for Blue team here. The red team is just kind of ducking in there, but if you can corner everybody in there, you can just kind of AoE them down. They have been fighting at this point for a minute and a half to no
It's
avail.
just been a complete stalemate this entire time, stuck
Yeah.
at the 75% mark.
Yeah. I mean, what a buzzer beater. 30 seconds left, almost. 40 seconds. 35 seconds.
They're starting to
finally
finally get they're finally getting the courage to step on that point.
They're saying, "We gotta do
being
this
as
now."
scared. Exactly. With only 22 seconds left.
22
it's
seconds.
now or never for this.
Lose
I
got
gotta
it
give them
capped.
credit. The defense has been doing a great job of
A
spacing them out
fantastic
and
job, as a
claiming
matter of
that
fact.
that spot.
They've
They
kept-
were a
they've
little
kept Red
bit
at
in
bay.
the yeah they were in a pretty precarious position before of just letting them take it. But now they know where they need to go, where they need to position themselves. They're starting to get a feel for it now.
Yeah, Blue
Gotta
truly the
respect that.
power bottom of this setup here. Okay, cool. It looks like they're still fighting, even though there is 0 time on the clock.
Nice
And there
job.
we have it. Ladies
The
and gentlemen,
defense
and
doing
everything
a
in
great
between.
job making sure they didn't even get half of that point. They
Not at all.
They captured only 47% of that entire thing.
Rushing it. What a fantastic fight from a set of fantastic teams. We didn't have the names for these teams. I'm assuming it's still Tatum's and Cool Guys, but
It's just blue and red right now.
we got
Nice
blue and red.
simple.
Easy to understand. That makes purple
I'm
in the
sure
middle
we'll
here.
find out what they want to call themselves after the fact. But for now, blue and red, nice and simple. Doing a pretty good job of for the first round of figuring out what their flow is going to be
Yeah.
for capturing that.
That AoE defense, a very solid idea, and it turned out to be a really solid execution as well. They were dual wielding those sparklers, covering the area and damage, making sure to say, hey, you can't step here. This is our control point. After losing so much to the direct damage, I feel like there may be a discrepancy in the game modes that they're playing in. Maybe some people are on controller, some people are on desktop, some people are in VR
Yeah.
itself. That really affects the way that you play the game, the way you approach these weapons and you approach these objectives, and the team you're facing off against. I mean, you can see who the top fragging people are going to be going into the next match. The people who are technically skilled, the people who are going to clutch it up with the damage, not necessarily the positioning, but people who are going to clutch it up with the damage and make sure that you can control and acquire those objectives quickly, efficiently, and in the time frame.
Yeah, a lot of this does end up being a lot more about game sense and knowing about positioning, knowing about what each
Yeah.
thing does, etc. But they're starting to get a little bit more of a feel for what their tactics are going to be, and completely different from the first team of making sure they claim actual space.
Okay, we're off.
Taking a top-down view, they are
Oh my
already
gosh, we
starting
are
to go
off in the
towards
first
point
20
F.
seconds. We already have a cap in office, it seems. Almost. 3/4 of the way. 4/5 of the way. We are
They're
contesting.
on the low ground. They're not going to be able to do
Yeah,
much
they are
from
not.
down
They're
there.
not doing what we were just talking about. Positioning is key in this. Red finally got their heads on straight. They're screwing it in together. They're all coming in.
Just a
They're
sliver of point remaining. Oh, it's not looking good for the
They're
red
diversifying
team
their
right
damage
now.
types as well. Oh, there it goes. We got it back. It's theirs. Blue team has
Immediately-
office.
Immediately, that gives them 2 more options, C and E, for which point they're wanting to go for next.
Lava Lake,
Let's
I
see
feel
if
like
they
is
split their
the
attention.
Lava Lake. I feel is the poor choice here. I would go to Hall, and that seems to be where everybody else is. This is where we reached our stalemate last game. What point is our blue team going to say, okay, hey, I've had enough. Let's stop this. We're going to go try Lava Lake. I'm not sure because that really cost them last match.
Yeah, we have some people taking up the high ground finally, figuring
Smart.
out what weapons they want to utilize. Has a nice shield and some good positioning to make sure they can top-down view this. But they
He
are
is being
completely
capped. They are
ignoring,
leaving.
one of the other objectives
Leaving
right now.
Lava Lake completely exposed. 2 blue members on Lava Lake, laying down suppressing fire on the only entrance that they have. But besides the left corner, which is coming up quickly, too little, too late, it seems. Grenade magic wand combo actually knocked them off the platform.
And they're back to, oh, there we go. We're getting close to capturing that objective with no one to contest it right now.
Lava Lake is
They-
back in action.
A pretty
And
smart
it is
strategy
capped.
of making sure they went to Hall first and just captured this in the background, the most dangerous point out of all of them right
An
now.
incredible
This was an
distraction
easy
pulled
one
off
for
at
them.
Hall. Yeah, they got the most dangerous cap for free almost, and now they are going to take advantage of that spawn timer and try and get Hall for free as well. An easy cap, I would say, but let's see if that AOE damage strat works a second time once they've learned and adapted.
And it
coming
looks
back
like
out,
it's
and there it
going
is,
to-
going out with the
It is
AoE
blue
damage.
versus red sparks flying everywhere right now.
Yeah,
and
it's
lasers.
incredible.
This is
Coming out with the death
particle
wand
hell
as well.
right now.
Sparklers on each team. The minigun laying directive suppressive fire. Sparklers laying down a very wide cone of AoE. And those grenade launchers are just keeping them too far away. They got this point for free, it seems. Blue team has Hall, has Lava Lake. They recapped it again, and then they're bringing it back. Easy.
There is massive fights going down from the lava area, which apparently they didn't fully capture it. There's
Not quite.
There's a
No,
little
there's a
bit
sliver
left to it.
And they're defending it with
They
their
didn't
lives at
capitalize
this
on their
point.
biggest advantage.
It's okay though. They got them Hall for free. They don't have to fight in that choke anymore. They can bring out the more directional damage. It takes a little bit to get to the point here in Lava Lake. So that shotgun blasting, that short range strategy is not going to work here.
Sadly, right now they're
starting to
losing
realize
a
that.
lot of objective time on that.
They're losing a lot of
point
time.
Is getting, they're losing a lot of just stage presence right there.
Yeah.
People
Red's
getting
bringing it
thrown
back.
into the lava. This is why they should have capitalized it in the beginning while no one was on there, because they didn't have to worry about the lava taking extra damage with any knockback or anything like that.
That minigun on the high ground is absolutely oppressive. It lays down such suppressing fire that you just can't even get through a choke. Blue's back. Blue's back in action. We see Red coming at it again with these AoE things. We got a little bit of knockback. A lot of knockback. There goes Blue.
A lot of knockback.
The riot
Even
shield.
with that shield, it's still not going to be enough to prevent that knockback. And that lava does a shit ton of damage.
Oh, man. Coming in with a direct hit. They knocked everyone off the platform. Red is maybe going to retake this. We have a Blue on the left coming in with a riot shield grenade launcher combo. Very strange, but maybe effective. Oh, this is always so close. They're slowly starting to learn the stage hazards. Stage hazards are huge, especially in this room. It is a difficult cap to cap. Different point to cap, rather.
Someone does have that explosive Joel right there that does a shit ton of knockback and damage. That's going to instantly kill people.
We're learning the stage hazards. This is amazing to watch those neurons firing on the red team here. But too little,
and the
too late.
Adaptability of what they're trying to figure out. Oh my God! Right now.
You have to get on point, Red. You have to get on point. You have those AoE, and they're only effective up close. Make them come to you. You got to make them come to you. Not quite capped here in Lava Lake. One more second.
Not seeing many people utilizing the health potions or the
health potions, the armor pack, these consumables. That only seems to when they're backed into a corner. It really seems that they start to rely on those. However, in the fray, they're absolutely invaluable. Prevents you from dying, at least. Red's bringing it back. They said, no, this is our lava. This is our lava lake. We are Red. We are lava.
They love it a lot. But right now, that's one of the worst puns I've ever done. But despite that, they are finally capturing the point, getting it with no one there to contest it right now.
Fire, cutting off that choke point, making him go around just enough time for them to cap that lava lake. And look at that, he backed up and he's like, hey, I'm going to get some help too. Got it on lock. Moving up to B, it seems as though Cavern is going to be our next point of contingency. We got that high ground with the health potion. Wonder if anybody's going to take advantage of that. Red side has spawn advantage here. Red side totally has that spawn advantage for them. Blue has to come around various corners in order to assault that spot there. We also have, this is going to be AoE hell, as you can tell. Yeah, like bringing out the sparklers. And the death wands. We got a guy up here at the top. He's like, I got a pike. I don't know what to do. It's close range. I guess I'm gonna grab my shotgun and start blasting and go into town. Okay, they're on the point, trying to secure everything. This is the only point that's available to cap.
A two-handed weapon finally to clear that point. I'm not seeing many people utilizing two-handed weapons this far in the game. They're going to be a powerhouse if they can stay alive right now.
Utilizing the cover, weapons, staying in the corners. They got it on lock. Insanity. That was a 20-second cap. Nathaniel, that was a 20-second cap. Nuts.
Instantly.
Never before seen in the history of Invasion.
They're assimilating the knowledge, learning very, very quickly.
All right, now red base. They have to assault the mothership, okay? And it looks like red is starting to get their shit together, okay? Relying on those consumables is going to be a huge thing for them. Dropping the two-handed weapons in one hand. That's a terrible idea. But
Two-handing two weapons of
you don't have
that's
that
not
Titan's
going to be
grip
very
work.
good for them.
You
That's
cannot make it
splitting
work.
their damage in half.
You do not have Titan's grip yet. You don't have that capstone mastery. It's not going to work. Wrong game. Sorry.
One of the good things right now is someone does have that death wand, just zoning out different areas, making sure they can scout out where they can go because it bounces off the walls.
Snaking it in, going, what's in here, huh? What's in here? It smells like death, okay?
It's like echolocation that does a little bit of damage on top of that. They can see where everyone is by the sounds.
Blue's already
and
on
where
it.
it's
Even
going.
with spawn advantage, it's insanity. Already on it. Already capping. Halfway there. Come on, red. Where the hell are you? They're coming out with shotguns and rocket launchers, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Contesting real hard, getting knocked off the point. Huge positional advantage here.
They are taking advantage of that high ground and of positional cover, doing a great job of that, but not utilizing any. I've not seen many people using the health packs or the armor very much. Finally, we get some use of the AC right now, which is going to prevent a lot of instant kills. But with only 5% left of that,
a futile defense it is, but a valiant one nonetheless. Here on this, our VRCHAT community tourney, sponsored by FURALITY SYLVA. We have few precious seconds left. Can they contest it for long enough? Can they knock? Look at that. We got a two-handed wielder here. Whoa, they pushed him off. Success.
There we go.
They're keeping this. They said, not my base.
Weapon and the damage.
Not in my fucking house.
Clearing it.
Can they bring it all back?
They're starting to regain that point presence right now. Those two-handed weapons are just sweeping people off the point, making sure they claim that presence again. We were asking where the red team were. They were in spawn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Beanie Bot grabbing that hammer and saying, I got a clean house. Daddy's got a clean house, but it's too late. The house is dirty. It's too messy, and it is gone.
And it goes to them.
Sold. The bank took the house.
Oh, not quite yet.
Wait.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Fully registered. Whoa.
Let's go.
All right,
Blue team
gamers.
Takes it. Nice job. Great job adapting to it.
Huge blue victory. Huge blue victory. Fantastic.
Once people figured out the two-handed weapons could be used with two hands.
Very strong.
That really changed it for them.
Very strong. The two-handed weapons wielded thusly is an incredible force. I imagine that the sword is the same. The pike is the same. The larger the weapon, it seems like it needs to be held with both hands. It does way more damage, has way more knockback and effectiveness, and it took them a little bit to realize that, but that's what this game is all about, learning and adapting to your enemy's strategies.
Yeah, and especially since a lot of these people probably have never seen this world or this game mode before, it's a lot of them trying to figure things out on the spot. And we have some predictions up in the Twitch chat to see which team is going to win for this upcoming round, red versus blue. Who's it going to be? To use those nice channel points, there are many things coming up for Alpha Onyx's Twitch channel. You've already seen some things with the model swap, but there's going to be many more. Now is the perfect time to start gaining those points and stocking them.
You will have redeems where you're going to be able to fuck with my model. You're going to be able to do all sorts of things that affect the stream as a whole while I am doing it. So you're going to want to have points. And, why not Gamba? Yeah? This is Twitch. Let's Gamba.
Your life will, one of the few times you can gamble and your life not be in ruins.
Yeah. Do you think we should give away a ticket to our sponsor?
Directly to FURALITY itself, just giving a ticket back to them.
I'm just saying a ticket to our sponsor of this year's VRCHAT Community Invasion Tourney, FURALITY SYLVA.
All right, let's get that set up while we wait for all this. What should our word of choice be this time?
Let's see. There is let's see. Actually, I may just make it something that I'm looking at right now. Something strange that chat wouldn't immediately think that I'm looking at. Let's see. Let's see. Actually, the word is SYLVA. 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 Just like Furality SYLVA, our sponsor.
There we go. It is
And you
ready.
may
You
be
guys
saying-
type that word in the chat, and we will raffle it soon.
You may be saying, Alpha, why should I go to a furry convention? And if you are part of my demographic, I say, why are you even asking me this question? But if you are not, and you just kind of wandered in here from Twitch front page or something like that, a furry convention, especially an online one, is a crossover of a lot of different microcosms of the internet that you may or may not have had access to. Like I like to say, the Venn diagram of the furry community and the anime loving community is a circle. Pretty much everybody who's a furry has seen some sort of anime. You can talk to them about anime, and it functions the same way as an anime convention, using that same basis. There will be artists, there will be model makers, there will be wonderful pillars of the community in VRCHAT. I do think that who else has been confirmed as a guest? Do you know?
I will be right back.
Okay, Nate is being summoned. I am a guest. Alpha Anarchy has been brought in as a guest, and I will be. Jonah will be doing panels about voice acting. You can come. You watch me walk around. Come up and say hi, ask questions, interact. I'm a nice guy, I promise, and it's gonna be a
It doesn't
blast.
show it for me. Nope, it doesn't say that I'm
Looking directly in the camera. Look at
Okay.
you. I'm not in full VR, so I look like I'm not caring or anything like that. But I swear to God, I care, chat. All right, yeah. The word was SYLVA. If you would like to win a ticket to this Furality SYLVA, the world's largest online furry convention, or furry convention, period. I think they were expecting something like 16,000 people, if not more than that. I'm not sure. That's just a shot in the dark. But that was last time I checked. Could be more now, for all we know. Will you be in your Legoshi model for the convention? Yes, I will. It is before the re-debut, so unfortunately I won't be in any sort of like low poly 3D model or anything like that, but I will be in my Legoshi model, walking around, having a great time, enjoying the community, enjoying the convention specifically as well. There's a lot of things that are in a VR convention that you don't normally get in a real convention. A lot of interactivity. You can there as a matter of fact, if you like an artist's work, you're able to see it all over the place and even go online to purchase it. You can click things in game and be brought out of game to a link to purchase, items. There's all kinds of wonderful vendors that you're going to have from the furry community and beyond. There's a lot of, just because an artist does furry art doesn't mean they don't draw anything else. If you'd like to commission them, I'm sure they have wonderful contact information for you to get in contact with them. But we are gonna draw.
I'm ready for that.
Ticket. We're gonna draw the ticket. All right.
All right, here
the
we go.
password was SYLVA. Let's see who gets it.
It is Rinny.
Rinny!
Let's go.
Let's go! Rinny, you're
get
going to
prepared
Furality
for
SYLVA.
a DM from me.
Get ready
I'm
for
excited.
Furality SYLVA. You're going.
Rinny, since your whispers are closed on Twitch, if you will message me on Discord, Moth Dude on Alpha's Discord community, if you message me, I will DM you and any other winners that have not gotten it yet, the code to Furality.
Absolutely fantastic.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. We have 15, now 12 tickets to give away. And with the ratio in chat, at least 10% of you are going to walk away going to the convention. Isn't that something? We may do a rapid fire here near the end of the stream to give away, some of them. And then we may give away more in subsequent streams that I have at some point this week and next. We have the 6 to give to the winners, and then the rest goes to the Twitch chat. Okay, cool. So we do have 6 that are going to be given to the winners, and then the Twitch chat. 7 that are going to be given to the winners, and then the
8.
Twitch chat. 8.
I'm doing
fucking with me?
Pictionary with
You fucking with me?
Skyfire right now.
Okay.
9 for the
9.
winners, 6 for the chat.
9 for the winners and 6
There
for
we
the
go.
chat. There
Wait,
we go.
what do you say?
Can I step in here for a second?
You can try.
All 5 will get a ticket. The second place team, the top 3 performing players, will get a ticket. The third place team, the top performing player, gets 1 ticket. The rest get a cool little badge that says they competed here. Thanks
Let's
to our
go.
Fantastic 3D modeler, Cinderstorm.
Yeah, it's a wonderful
yeah.
badge. It's gorgeous, and you can show it off to your friends and say, "Hey, look, I competed in a in a VRCHAT community tournament with at Alphaoniki's stream." Great advertisement.
All I
Please
got
wear the
was this
badge.
little badge.
And all I got was this tiny little badge. I didn't get a ticket to Furality Silva. No, sir. I had to watch Alphaoniki's stream Furality Silva.
But Chad, how are you guys doing? How have you guys been enjoying this? I know this is a very unique way of doing a PvP tournament, especially with VRChat being the main
Nate, I
way
hate to
that we've
interrupt
been
you,
doing
but the
this time.
game is afoot,
The
and I am
game is
the
starting.
lag.
All right, never mind. Ignore me.
The office seems to be our first point of contact here. They're starting to understand it. I believe they're beginning to believe, Nathaniel. They're starting to get the game,
They are.
understand the ranges, understand what's good, what's bad, how to utilize every weapon, and use it to their advantage and their team's advantage, frankly.
And starting to figure out about just high ground, how useful that is.
Verticality is huge.
And using that knockback to push back the other team onto the low ground is huge.
And then punishing them with that minigun or any sort of at range, they'll never be able to cap this point. He said as they started to cap the point. They're bringing it back. They don't have any knockback. See, it's the weapon matchups that's the problem.
Yeah, that death rate is very good for this
It's
point in particular because
very
it's so
potent.
close range. It bounces off all those walls incredibly fast.
Very tight line of sight as well.
Taking a look
Okay.
at Kip really fast, he is doing a great job of claiming that space with that hammer and shield combo, but he is dead instantly. There's just
Unfortunate.
too much focus fire right now.
Blue is finally getting some ground here. We're coming back with the close range stuff again. Probably not going to cut it, unfortunately. Too little damage, spread too thin, and Blue caps the
And
office.
they got it.
Opening
Right
up
now,
C
they got to
and D.
regroup.
Hall
Make sure,
and Lava
they
Lake.
have 2 choices. And right now, they got to make sure they split both teams to make sure that one is just not claimed for free.
The strat so far has been distract with Hall and then cap Lava Lake. Let's see if they're distracting with Hall. Looks like Red is on Hall, ready to defend, but Lava Lake is probably going to be the one that... Well, okay, never mind. We are waiting for respawns. We're waiting for the blue team to regroup here, and they're going to begin to assault one of these 2 points.
Taking a top-down view right now, you can see that a lot... We got someone from the lava area using a sniper rifle.
Yeah,
the first
that
time
is
that we've
nutty.
actually seen that this entire game.
Through the entire line of sight, just pressuring that point. You're not allowed to cross through here. And it's working. The grenade launcher is
It's
beginning to
working
get... He just
very
launched
well,
himself into the fucking lava. Look at that.
Damn. Kip with that hammer, that hammer is going to be huge on
He's
this stage,
starting to
especially
believe he's
because
got
of that
the hammer.
knockback.
Just the 2 hands on it, too. He dropped that sword and said, this isn't working. No, it is not.
All right. We're all set. You're back. All right, beautiful. Let's get in there. They're going for E right now.
Okay. Hall is being capped
All
right now
right.
with no contest. You see the grenades
That's the
being
thing about
lobbed
this
from a
one
distance.
section.
Laying down suppressive fire with that minigun. They got to go around and use the corners. Nathaniel, does the riot shield make you invincible from one direction?
It does have a small amount of AC that it does protect you from, about 50 shield health or so. So it is a limited amount, and it will just disappear after that. But for that time period duration, they are still vulnerable to any melee damage, which
Okay.
we've seen Kip using a lot of melee weapons this entire time.
Yeah. Creeping up, making sure that they're... Okay, coast is clear. Yep, no blue here. We have a hammer shield on point right now. Recapping. Taking it back.
Both points have been
And Lava Lake
defended
is
pretty well,
and we can
all things
see
considered.
almost see Hall through the Lava Lake. There is a fierce battle going on through Hall. The Death Ray splurging out and spewing its rope everywhere. Ooh, this is intense. This is a nail biter, folks.
It is. I got to give the defenders credit right now. They've actually been defending both
They're
points
really trying to defend this split push really hard. It looks like Hall may be the one to go first. I don't know. I really hope. Ideally, none of them go. Hall looks like it is going to be the one to go first. Lava Lake, as per usual.
Hall has been taken.
As per usual, the most difficult one to cap. That lava is everywhere, but I want to see players utilize these consumables a little bit more. There you go. Yeah, pick one up immediately. Got to get that armor back up. Keeps you from dying, protects you from lava.
Well, still keeping a lookout for that front direction, of course.
There is a Joel in play.
That Joel does a massive amount of damage and knockback, which on this area specifically is massive, like we said before.
We are recapping. Red is saying this is our spot. Red for lava. This is ours. We got that shotgun boomerang combo, which is a strange choice, but it seems to be effective so far.
About that.
Blue coming in, spewing that goo everywhere, saying, no, cool down, Red. Lava is actually just liquid rock.
That shield has been defeated. It is gone, which means that they have no effect, no effective defense right now, and they have no secondary weapon, which means that they are gone.
They're really trying with that minigun through the hall, but you got to be on point for this one. You have to cap. You can't just throw damage down range and hope it hits something. That does not get you a cap, unfortunately.
One strategy I've not seen use, 2 miniguns. Wow. One strategy I've not seen much used right now for this point in particular is someone waiting in hiding and making sure that while they're joining in, they knock them out with that massive knockback that they have.
Well, you really tried. Got a little bit of lava damage, looking to hurt a little bit, but boy howdy, those scatter guns bullets are just going everywhere. If you take damage from lava, you walk out with 1 HP, you're gonna die to one. We have some DOTs in play as well. Someone brought out that flamethrower. Dual miniguns might actually be a strat here.
We got a sniper weapon getting ready, looking forward.
Yeah, that's from about 2/3 of the map you can shoot through. 2/3 of the map. He's lining up, getting a nice LOS with the sniper rifle, making sure, no, you're not coming in back right, unfortunately. That's ours. We got 2 sniper rifles covering each entrance. These are strats. They're thinking. I can see them thinking. They're
actually playing strategically.
I see them thinking. Unfortunately, there is some DOT in play. Grabbing those consumables when you're DOT'd is mega beneficial.
For any damage over time, if you pick up any consumable, it immediately stops any damage over time that you've been accruing from that entire time.
That's something that we've just not seen players take advantage of. Mechanically, it seems they're lacking in some areas. But we do see them definitely. We got a sniper rifle hammer combo. That's wild.
An interesting combo. We've not seen the previous teams thus far actually utilizing these items, but this team, the defense, has been using all these making sure that they use the economy of these items to stay in the game and secure their defense this entire time.
Exactly. They have the Blues maybe gained a sliver. They've come back from quite a detriment. Blue spread themselves pretty thin in the past 2 or 3 minutes, getting close to capping 2 points at the same time. Once you cap that first point, the next minute is absolutely crucial to how you proceed.
You got to give the defense credit. They have been utilizing actual strategy. I wish we could hear the in-game comms of what they're talking about. Yeah, comms would be
crazy right now. I can assure you. It is relatively silent on red teams or on blue team's side, I would imagine. They got to crack through this defense, and they slowly begin to. Once you get rid of those hammers and get rid of that sniper rifle, the oppression is gone. It's starting to pop off once more. People are getting blown back. Getting blown back into the health potion.
Lava.
Yeah.
They have just not gotten any purchase on this point this entire time with only 20 seconds left, too.
Not an inch. 15 seconds left in this competition. Doesn't look like blue is going to get any foothold here. I think red has slowly begun to crease their brain a little bit and really understand the mechanics, how the guns work, how to utilize them, how to get their positioning, and yes, absolutely talking to each other and making sure that the comms are on fire.
I think that's it. I think they
That's it.
fully defended this area.
That's a dub.
Good job, defense, making sure that they made sure that that last point specifically, they could not get any footing,
No.
making sure that sight lines were covered, and anytime that they went past those sight lines and got close, Kip would just blow them into that lava, making sure that they were just
playing
gone.
a game. They were thinking, and I could almost hear them think through the monitor there. Fantastic round.
Ironically enough,
Great
anytime that they respawn, you can briefly hear them talking about what they were doing as they respawned and got put back in.
We got a little bit of comms. We get to pan over to comms whenever somebody dies, and we get to hear a little bit of what's going on the floor. This might be the final round in this, our 2023 VRCHAT Community Invasion Tourney, sponsored by FURALITY SYLVA.
All things considered, especially gradually as things have gone up, the first round, obviously, it took them a little bit of time getting used to the mechanics since they had not played this world before. But especially with this group of people, they really figured out what their synergies were, what the weapons of choice that they preferred were, and how to synergize with their other teammates.
And I have a feeling that this next match is going to be our spiciest yet. They know the maps. They know the points. They know the weapons. They know each other, which is absolutely crucial to being able to figure out what they're good at. What are you playing on? Are you console? Are you console? Are you on mouse and keyboard? Are you in VR? What can you use effectively? I would imagine, being able to use that hammer in VR is probably going to get you a little bit more purchase and stuff like that. So having those advantages going into the game with that, it's going to be competitive. I feel like this one might take a little bit. This is going to be a lot of give and take between each of the red and blue.
All things considered, yeah. And the other thing that in the first few rounds we didn't really see was people using those consumables. That potion gets back almost half your HP with 6 HP back, and shield capping up at 3. Each one they got back 1.5 just shield, which is huge, especially for that final point. They were utilizing those items really effectively, which is the first.
There's a lot of them in that lava lake room that just you can tell they're designed to be given as you get knocked off of the platform. But defending that platform, not getting knocked off and going to grab it, you with a shield maybe you'll have near immunity in some places. You shall not pass.
Yeah.
Our contestants are beginning to psych themselves up. I can feel it. The air is electric here in the stadium. There's just something in the air, I don't think we're looking at just a game anymore, Nathaniel. I think we're watching destiny unfold.
We are. In addition to that, we've had some pretty heavy hitters this entire time. Paul Has Diamonds has gone about. Oh, never mind. I can't see the scoreboard because they're starting.
The match is set, and the game begins. Here on our 2023 VRCHAT Community Invasion Tourney in VRCHAT, sponsored by FURALITY SYLVA. Blue.
Some people to look out for this upcoming round. Some people that were top in their leaderboards the previous round are Paul Has Diamonds, Finn on the blue team, Astro Macchiato on the blue team, and Fisfira. Probably butchered your name, but you guys are probably going to butcher this other team.
Caverns is our first player. Caverns is where we're going to see our damage unfold. Looks like everybody is dressed for the occasion. We got a lot of AoE coming out, a lot of shields. We got that death laser just noodling havoc in the back there. Utilizing line of sight is going to be huge here. Red already on point. We got some blue trickling out, trying their darndest.
Yeah, they just have point presence. They just
Yeah.
know how to dominate and strike the fear of God into this other team right now.
It looks like Blue is bringing poor weapon choices immediately from Blue. C and E are open. Lava Lake and Hall, again, we have an issue here. Which do you choose? Do you distract at C and then go whole hog E? Do you go whole hog E with everybody? Do you cap C? Rush with close range weapons and cap C, and then just go as a group to E. This is where the strategy comes into the game. Honestly, this mid cap point is very crucial.
Yeah, because that first point is crucial for finding out the next two places. Right now, they are splitting their attention right now, both on C and E. Lava taking the most of that capture point right now with only
Blue
one
is
person
freaking
capturing
out.
it.
There is a little bit of, Blue is starting to freak out. What are we doing? Where are we going? Where's the leadership here, Blue? What is going on? I can hear them. Okay, we are about halfway with each point. Where's the brain power going?
Going into the lava area right now. We've been seeing Hero Corgi with that hammer to make sure that he has that knockback. 2 hands. And we also have a sniper rifle from Tip as well to possibly get a nice dink into the other room on the far side.
Okay, looks like they're like, okay, you can have Lava Lake. You can take it. That's fine. We're going to put all of our defense points here in Hall. Doesn't look like it's working out very well. Blue, I feel like Blue's failure here has been weapon choice. The positioning's been fine, but it looks like they're just not playing rock, paper, scissors quite effectively.
Yeah, another thing is that they were already set up for this time because they had that sniper rifle to make sure they could start clearing a path for that team to push forward and claim a little bit of space. And right now they're starting to file into this area and already capturing the point pretty close. Already.
There is some contesting here. It is a very close map, which leads to a lot of on again, off again on this point here. We have a lot of shields too, which is hard to press through. You get a wall of defense there, but once those are gone, you're PMF'd. You need something to back it up. It's a very close range map here.
Mm-hmm. Already some people to look out for all the red team right now are Paul has diamonds. Everyone actually pretty much staying up in the 200 damage range or higher. Everyone has been very smart with their utilities.
Red dancing on and off the point. Little saucy samba with the blue team. It's very tight here, but it looks like Red is going to clinch this one.
Yep.
We're moving on to point F. We have 5 minutes left in the game, and point F is office. Usually our first cap, but Red is there. Flying colors. No one to defend.
Oh my God.
No one at all.
They are just planning ahead, it feels like, with all their strategies.
I can tell they're communicating. There is no way. You're coming in with these short-range weapons, the stars and everything. It's just not going to work. But we do have
all these knockbacks. They're just pushing them back down to the low ground where they can't do anything. But they are using that nice shield, that round shield, to give them a little bit of a stun to make sure they can follow up. And this team actually does follow up on these stuns, which is really nice.
Yeah, that's good. I feel, though, it might be too little too late, as Red is just dominating this game right now. They need the last point. We have not seen a fight in blue base since our first round. Blue has spawn advantage. They're going to put up a hell of a fight, I think. They need to make sure that they have the right weapons to defend. I'm talking Joel. I'm talking some shields. I'm talking that minigun is a really great choice, but we need somebody who has a hammer in order to say, no, this is blue point. Back the fuck up.
Yeah, that minigun is going to be very good for making sure that they can just zone out that one entry point. They don't really have many options to go from the left side unless they just go out of their way to do so.
You cannot look away from that LOS.
The thing is, they are just dominant with
absolutely
just
steamrolling
the
blue
fear
right
of God
now
into them, claiming that space with those weapons. Especially those two-handed weapons just are so good at claiming that area.
Gnarly. That hammer is absolutely bonkers right now, no pun intended. And with next to no contest, there's not a whole lot that blue can do. There is some contest, but I don't know. It's not enough.
All things all things considered, even with the first round, the red team is just so aggressive with any
Yeah.
push that they do. It's surprising that they were able to even defend for that long, all things considered.
Being all up in their face has been a real detriment because it hasn't given Blue enough time to recoup and figure out what their strategy is going to be against this. They've just gone steamroll style over and over and over constantly with the same strategy, and it does seem to be working, but we have a bit of a defense. We have seen stronger comebacks than this, so I'm holding out some hope that Blue can defend this. Red has seemed to have swapped weapons, which could be their crucial mistake.
I'm sure that the people in chat that have gambled their points away are sweating just as much as the contestants are right now.
And Red, we only have one person on point from Red, continuously capping, and there it is!
And they do it!
Absolutely phenomenal.
Red claims the victory on this one.
6
Good
minutes,
job.
21 seconds. 6 minutes.
Damn. Strike a pose, red team. You got it.
Incredible. I am so proud of each and every one of you. Red team dominating in this, our 2023 VRCHAT Community Invasion Tourney. Kim's team seems to have taken
doing a great job of doing a lot of great leadership throughout the entirety of that thing. Coordinated pushes, knowing map presence, and knowing where to push from, and just their weapons. It's been crazy to see them actually coordinating what they're doing, what their objective is, and just not doing it as it happens, but in advance.
Yeah, Kip MVP for a lot of this. Cinder taking out a lot of damage on red team, but Kip, I could tell, had that thinking cap on. Paul has the damage, Cinder has the damage, but Kip was able to put everything in the right direction. You know, he's been able to put the blinders on the horse and say, I need you to go right here and take the ball to the hole and dominate.
Yeah. But for that prediction in the Twitch chat, I'm sorry for you guys that had voted for the opposite team, but it was the red team that won that one. A great push all around. I got to give them credit for it. They defended against the red team very well the first round, all things considered. That is not a very easy thing to defend and hold your ground with when they're just up in your face with all sorts of weapons and strategy.
Yeah. Would you like to go and interview some of our team winners?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Hello, red team.
Third place team, Twitch chat.
Hello. We're going to take a few seconds and interview each of you. We're going to take you over here in the corner and ask you a few questions. Is that okay?
Perfect. Let's go.
All right. We're going to
yeah.
start with Cinder. Come on over here to the corner and we'll ask you a few questions about your victory.
Rest of you, let's go to the game area.
So, where's the camera? There it is. There it is.
There it is right there,
the
floating
camera right
little
here.
saucer right there.
Okay, so Cinder, what do you think was the linchpin in your entire operation for this? What do you think caused you guys to win? You started to steamroll, you got a lot of momentum. What started that?
I think it was with the good coordination, the amount of explosives that we had, and just the tactical advantage of using the area to block incoming shots and knocking enemies into cautionary areas.
Yeah, using the positional advantage that you guys had in the areas that unlocked for you, deciding where you were going to come in from, deciding what you were going to assault and what LOS points you were going to hold down. Oh, they can't hear Cinder? Oh no! Rip. Well, that's because Cinder's not in Discord. Oh, so very, very sad.
So basically what you were saying was you were actually using strategy up until that whole time, using actual teamwork and in-game comms. Not if that's correct.
Yes.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah, okay, cool. That was a thumbs up.
The best TLDR that I could do in this case. But absolutely fantastic job. You guys showcase a lot of teamwork and a lot of preparation throughout the entire thing, of not just for one point, but planning out in advance for sight lines with sniper rifles, preparing to go into the hall, and miscellaneous things. We could tell that there had to be some great comms in the actual world itself.
There was.
Good job, congratulations, and you really nailed it, Cinder. Well done. Go slap some ass.
Thank you.
We got a raid from the VRF gym. What an applicable raid. Guys, you ever want to work out and not leave your house? Me too. And the people at the VRF gym can definitely help you out with that. Nathaniel, you want to tell them a little bit more while I go grab another contestant?
Sure, yeah. VRF Gym is entirely within VRCHAT. They're fantastic. Usually, if I go out and work out, which I don't unless it's in VR, because I don't like being sweaty. I don't like people seeing all the effort that's being put in, all the terrible, obnoxious noises as I'm trying to do one push-up.
I can't
but
talk.
I don't have to worry about that in VR because while doing that, you have just a group of people that you can just vibe with the entire time, not have to worry about anything. You always look good. It's perfect, and the entire staff is just fantastic. A great vibe. You don't even have to be in VR. You can do it straight up in just Twitch.
Just right here in the middle right
Hey,
here.
there's Kip.
We got Kip, one of the MVPs from the red team this time. They can barely hear you over the
Absolutely
roar of
cracked
the
with a
crowd.
hammer.
Oh, let's go. I hear that, right?
So, what do you think? What do you think caused your victory here? What was the linchpin here?
Was all about coordination. We were one person down, and they told us immediately, saying, "Hey, I'm getting glitched out right now. I'm not able to perform," and that's what it is. That's what it's all about. The moment anything goes wrong, or the moment you go down, we let each other know. It's all about that.
So
Let
Kip
everybody know where you
says
are. That coordination.
it is coordination, teamwork. They're saying that there's a lot to be had in bowing out and saying I can't let someone else.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. We would
One of the
push
things that
points
we were
and they
just
would tell
talking
us, "Hey."
to.
Yes.
Yeah, one of the things that we were
Bring
just
it, bring
talking to
it.
one of your other teammates is that you guys really planned out your routes in advance with that communication, with making sure, especially for the lava area, of knowing to use knockback to your
Absolutely.
advantage and make sure that when that was not in question, you use sight lines with sniper rifles to plan out your route in advance. And you could tell.
That's the way. Yo, absolutely, that's the way. Again, it's all about that. Letting each other know where you are. If we're pushing 2 different points, I've only played this game twice now. So I didn't know where I was
You
going.
could have
Oh, you
fooled
could have
us.
fooled yeah, you could have fooled me.
Yeah, he knew it. Yeah, I've never really played all that much. Paul was coordinating with us. He was actually going out and he's like, okay, the library is going to be right over here on this lock point. Go there. I'm going to handle over here. That's where it is. That's where it is.
Phenomenal. We just knew you
That's
guys had to be
fantastic.
talking to each other to make things work. It was way too smooth out there.
Teamwork makes the dream work, and your dream did work for this one because you just secured it, and you had some terrible stage presence of just sweeping them off with that hammer that you're so well known for, even outside of this event, bonking them off the point.
We got it. We got it.
Well, thank you so much, Kip. Go smack some ass for us. We're gonna talk to the little people out there.
Absolutely, we got this. Bring them in. Bring them in. Bring them in. Mwah. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Hi, Kip. A character on and off the field. Kip was one of those
Exactly.
MVPs during that match that just the communication, talking to your teammates. Is that Sora?
We have one of the people from Furality and VRF Gym with us right now, live from the field. Hello, the stinky Renamon himself.
Do you want to get right here so the people can see you? Right here in the middle?
Sure.
Say hi to them. I don't know if you can introduce yourself. You're not in Discord, but we have to reiterate what you're saying because they
2
won't be able
words,
to hear
3
you very well.
syllables.
Hey,
Oh, okay.
2 words, 3 syllables. I don't have 4 fingers, so you're gonna have to work with me.
Oh,
yeah,
that's true. Read about
not having 4 fingers is
fingers.
going to be a detriment to this game of Pictionary.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm the guest coordinator for the Furality Online experience. I'm also one of the co-owners of the virtual reality fitness gym, where we do all kinds of workouts and stuff. That's where we were doing just earlier tonight. And I also do live streaming stuff in my free time 3 times a week.
Yeah. Now that you're actually here, tell us more about VRF Gym Live.
Sure. Every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Wednesday, and Sunday, we actually have stuff going on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we do workouts 3 times a day for a whole bunch of different time zones.
Wow.
We stream a lot of stuff into Twitch for everybody to follow along at home. We just kicked off doing martial arts on Wednesday. We also
wow.
have biking sessions that happen Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And we have a masterclass Super Saturdays that we do twice on Saturday. And if that's not enough, we also have yoga sessions that we do twice on Sundays.
Absolutely phenomenal. Definitely getting
And,
all those stinky
crap, you're
gamers off their
busy.
butts. Yeah.
All right. As a reminder for those of you that are not in the Discord, please join the Discord for a lot of great stuff as well. But also, Sora, while you're here, from what I'm aware of looking at the Furality site, I'm thinking that there's probably going to be some fun events that you're going to be a part of too, from what I see, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, very, very much so. VRF Gym is actually going to be at FURALITY SYLVA. So Saturday morning, 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. CST, we are going to be up there bright and early, getting everybody moving, shaking, and working out. We also have 2 different game shows happening, as well as a couple little surprises that we have in store that we haven't announced just yet. But keep an eye on the Twitter, keep an eye on the announcement pages, because we got some cool stuff coming
Oh
up
shit! Color me
very,
excited. That's
very
fun.
soon.
That's exciting, yeah.
I think you're gonna
And
like
they'll be able to
it.
see
Yeah.
it live on Twitch too, even if they don't have a pass, from what I'm aware. Some of these events will be streamed live on the Furality website. Not the website,
Right,
the
you are,
Twitch,
Ken.
which
I
is the
mean,
website that they're going to be doing it on.
Yes, so we are going to be streaming everything through Twitch TV, and I believe we are still going to also be streaming out all of the stuff that happens at the dance clubs all throughout the entire weekend. That is 3.5 days full of live music.
Wow.
Like, I mean, recorded, but live playing all through the week. It's a lot of great stuff. We have a lot of great returning and a lot of new stuff for everybody to enjoy.
So, can you do me a favor and say somebody doesn't win a ticket here, which is entirely possible. If you don't win a ticket, how does one go about getting one and getting in?
So, if you did not hit the point limit to get one of the freebies for here today, if you go to the FURALITY.org website, you can register yourself for about $20. It seems like a bit, but trust me, it's the cheapest convention ticket you're ever gonna get, and there's a lot to enjoy.
It's 25.
25?
Even so, still
25.
cheapest convention ticket you're ever gonna get. Most conventions range anywhere from like $60 to $100. I've never been to a physical convention that was less than $60, honestly. So you're getting a lot out of it.
Considering traveling costs too.
Yeah, you're getting a lot out of a
Exactly, you don't have
free
to pay
app.
No gas, no hotel. You don't even have to wear pants if you don't want to.
No, and that's the big plus. And I will be streaming all of my Furality content in the nude. So be ready for that.
So
All right, we got some
every time
stats
see
for
the
you guys
camera do,
right
like, a
now.
selfie, you'll have to be like,
Whoops.
you know,
Dong out.
make
Really
sure you have a
fast, we
Discord
got
account
some-
And you have your VRCHAT ready.
Oh,
'cause
right.
that is how you
Yeah.
register.
Okay.
Yeah. And another great thing is you don't have to actually have a VR headset to do it. You can do it from desktop. Obviously, you want to be fully immersed and have a VR headset. That's the best way to do it, but it's not a necessity. It's great. It's wonderful. Please consider it. And if you have some questions about it, check out the YouTube, check out the Twitch. Get a good feel for it. See if there's some friends that you can meet along the way. But really fast, we have some of our MVPs from this entire event. The MVP of 4th place being Limcat. The MVP of 3rd place being Populist 175, and Populist MVP 2nd place being I'm going to say your name wrong. I apologize. Fisfira, I believe. MVP for
Saphira,
1st place.
Saphira.
Saphira. And for 1st place, the entire time kicking ass, always on the MVP leaderboard, was Paul Has Diamonds, doing a fantastic job. The rest of the team getting tickets is Kip Kingdom, Cinderstorm, D-Ross, and Hero Corgi. Congratulations. Make sure that you are in Alpha's Discord. I will DM you your tickets for your use or for you to pass to people that you know. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations to all the winners. Kip never spoke in my chat before, but there they are. Hello. How you doing, man? So what's next on the docket? Are we just gonna we're gonna give these tickets away. It's fantastic. What do we got going on next?
Mr. Skyfire, how many more tickets do we have for the chat itself? Kip is sending us ticket to all right.
Yeah, Kip is actually giving up his ticket to the 4th contestant on the 2nd place team. So both Team 1 and Team 2 will receive 4 tickets.
Nice.
On score. And the MVP out of the losing teams will receive the final ticket. If you still have any tickets to raffle away out of the 6 tickets you had for chat, now would be the perfect time to do that.
We have 3 more then.
While we go
We
out
have
to
3
a chill
more.
world, because we're gonna go vibe and chill and hang out with the contestants that are vibing with us.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Fox over there in chat. Thank you for clarifying because everything that I say is overridden exclusively by Alofox. They are so much further up on the totem pole than I am.
Okay. Okay. Noted.
I love you, Alo.
All right.
It's
So we are
still a
going
nice
to
proxy regardless.
But
really
come
fast
up with a
before we
word.
pop out. Before we pop out, let's give away those 3 to the chat, and after that, we'll go vibe and stuff after that. And
all right, you know what?
By the way, anyone that has won from this, you will be getting a message from me through Discord. Make sure that you are in Alpha's Discord or have a mutual friend with that, and we will DM you your codes for the victory. Let's pick. How about this? Sky, Sora, and Jonah /Alpha. If you guys want to give a word for this giveaway.
Okay, Sky,
Jonah,
you go
do you want to go
first.
first with the first one?
No, Sky, go first. Sky, go first. Pick up
Sky,
a word.
you
Yeah,
go
think of
first.
a word. Think of a word.
I think of a word. Conundrum.
Oh my God. Okay.
Please don't make me spell that right now.
No, people are gonna type it. People are gonna type it now. You said it.
All right, that's fair.
Oh no, that
Conundrum.
was lightning fast.
All
It's
right.
a relatively easy word to spell, all things considered.
Yeah, but you have to remember that I have 1 brain cell and it is on low power mode. I have
He's
put
but a
that
small
word in.
moth.
I'm trying my best.
He likes lights, not conundrums.
Yeah. Conundrum is the word. If you've already said it before, type it again because I have just now put it in, and we will raffle that out in just a second, thanks to Furality, which, like, this has been a wonderful event, all things considered. Like, people really figured out their flow with this after the first 2 rounds of this. They really figured out what they wanted to do and really adapted. Like, I was really surprised that final round.
Yeah, people learning and adapting.
People started to learn.
Yeah, making
People
good
started
choices.
to learn how to use their 2-handed weapons to knock people back.
Yep, that's huge.
Yeah.
Remember, for the minigun, you need to make sure that the barrel is spun up before you pull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small
All
fraction
right,
of a
raffling that
second, but it
first
still
one
matters.
up. Drum roll. It is Carding 5478. Congratulations.
Way
for
to
the first of 3
go!
right now.
Congratulations, Carding. You
Makes
just
you
won
done
a
it.
free ticket to Furality Silva.
We'll see you at FURALITY SYLVA.
Yeah. Make sure that you are in Alpha's Discord and message me. I'm the Moth Dude. It's pretty self-explanatory. DM me. My DMs are open. I will give that to you. But until then, let's go for the next one. Sora, do you want to give the next word?
The next word is swag.
Swag. SWAG.
Okay,
Swag. Chat.
You're getting some real FURALITY swag here.
That's true. Yeah.
Exactly.
So type
I
swag in
was gonna
chat.
go with swouse, but I didn't think that.
That was very
difficult.
That would be. You gotta. It's gotta be easy to spell.
Wouse.
Yeah, you have to remember
Swag.
I'm the one having to type it in. So keep that in mind with any complicated words.
Swag.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That's the next word, right?
Please.
Honestly,
listen
like
to
just
me.
seeing. I've completed an objective for tonight. I've seen an entire chat log full of people saying swag.
Swag. Wait till they all say oil. Then that's a hell of a thing.
Yeah. All right. Gonna give it 2 more seconds. 3. I counted from 3 despite saying 2 seconds. Let's go!
Let's
Rolling
go!
it. Little Misunderstood 26. We know you. Congrats.
Yeah, chat
Message
regular
me
friend
on
of the show.
Discord and I will send you your code.
Thank you so much.
And
I'll see
Wonderful.
you on I'll see you at Ferality Silva.
Rub our fat cocks together sometime. Maybe a little
Yeah, the
oil.
music for this world is really
Fat
like
cocks together.
just really fun.
Yeah, it's
Oil.
vibey, yeah.
Yeah. And now for the final keyword, the final pass. What's it going to be, Jonah?
It's going to be
Everybody's already saying
alpha.
oil.
Alpha, not oil, alpha. You have to type the word alpha.
Alpha. All right.
No, alpha. Oilfa.
All right, this is the last one. Good luck, everyone.
Type it out.
Sigma.
Alpha. So I was RPing with Chat GPT the other day, and I said Alpha and his bandmates, and then it decided that Alpha's bandmates were named Delta, Sigma, and Gamma.
Dang.
It's canon. It's canon.
Opportunity.
I'm just like, that's a little on the nose.
I don't know.
Can you tell them about,
like name Sigma? I'd be like, no,
Oh,
no,
okay.
I'm the singer. You're not the lead.
Exactly. I had another fun story that I told everybody earlier. So I have put the entirety of all the lore of Alpha into ChatGPT, and I basically told it, hey, everything that I'm going to put in quotes is information that you need to put in your brain so that you can help me write a story or help me RP or whatever I decide to use it for. And it's just like, okay, but after you understand and process the information, you have to say the word POG and just the word POG. And it did that, as I've been giving it information and quotes and stuff like that, it said the word POG. But every now and again, whenever I ask it to do something, it will say the word POG. Just out of nowhere, with no reason or nothing behind it. So I'll be like, so Alpha has this, and this, and then he has this, and he makes this. So can you help me with this? And then it says POG. And that's it. It just says POG. No further generation, just the word POG. And I'm like, no, you didn't understand what I was trying to say. So whoever says AI is here is going to kill us, they're completely wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, the AI has about the attention span of a housefly.
Yes,
and the
exactly.
intelligence quotient of a bowl of moldy soup. So I think we're safe for now.
Yeah, definitely.
For now.
So Sora, any final words about Ferality that you wanna say while we still got you here?
So make sure that you go to the Twitch channel and you make sure to follow it, because we are going to be playing all the events and everything through there. Make sure you join in for the Discord, where all the announcements are going to be posted. Check out our Twitter, where also main announcements gets posted. Check out the schedule, see if something catches your interest, and we'll hope to see you there.
Absolutely fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Have we drawn a winner?
No, we have not, because I got distracted. Let's go. The final winner, Surfing Slowbro. Wait, no, that was
He already won.
I am wrong. Incorrect. Rolling it now. It is Cynar
Cranius.
Cranius. There we go.
Cynar
Congrats.
won.
That's my buddy. That's my buddy over there.
Your
Hey,
buddy
let's
just got a free
go.
ticket to Ferality Silva, even though they're probably going anyway. But free tickets,
Hey, you can at least pass it to one of your other buddies.
Yeah, true. You can just get a code and you can just give it to somebody else. That's fine. All good. It's your ticket.
Cynic was in the middle
As
of
a
an
final
advertisement
reminder-
and won.
Yeah.
I won during
As
the
a final
ad. Oh,
reminder
no.
for anyone that has won through the Twitch chat for that raffle, or anyone that won through this event, make sure that you are in Alpha's Discord. Make sure that you see the moth dude, the guy that's at the top of the thing. That's me. I'm a moth. It should be pretty easy to put that together. Message me. I have my DMs open. I will give you that code for your use or for you to pass to someone else. And with that, I think
Yeehaw.
we got this site handled. Special thanks, of course, to Ferality, and especially to Alpha and everyone that was a part of this. Buttermage, Aloran, Skyfire, all these people that had Frostmage, all these Frost Moon Knight, everyone that has been a part of this and made this work and go pretty flawlessly has been amazing. In addition to this, Cinder has made some cool little neat badges and stuff like that that we're going to be handing out eventually as well. So keep an eye out for that in the Discord. We'll probably give that out for that. Yeah, let's do that. Do you guys want to get everyone in here to do one final goodbye to wave off the stream?
Yeah, sure. Let's get everybody in here.
All
We're
right.
gonna say goodbye to
We will
stream.
be-
We're gonna go raid. We're gonna go raid a friend. I have a couple of friends online. Let's see who would get.
Do you want?
What should our raid message be for after this event?
Let's go stream.
Where's the camera?
Here we go. There's so many people coming. Oh my God! Here they come!
Oh, here they come!
Hello. Let's go. Let's go.
Bye, gamers.
Bye.
I believe in you.
everyone.
We'll see you at
Hey.
Rally Silva.
Oh, let's no.
Why does he have
All
a
right,
mic?
gang.
See you at Silva.
Everybody wave. And until next time, guys, be excellent to everyone you meet. Because everyone's fighting a hard battle, and sometimes it's in VR chat against another team that's the primary color.
Yeah. Let's go.